back counting double-digit thousands stacks.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Your boy Russ back again with our Madden 17 Ultimate Team Budget Squad episode number 21. We do have a pickup for today. It's kind of an anticlimactic pickup, I guess. I wanted to go cheaper at D tackle number 2. We have had a gold there for a while, Marcel Darius, and he was pretty good. We really didn't need a great second D tackle, but I wanted to max out pass rusher chem, and I did ask you guys last video to recommend D tackles with pass rusher, since my second D tackle doesn't come on the field that much. And when he does, Marcel Darius played fine. I'm sure Leroy Glover will play either even better or probably the same. I doubt he'll be worse. But we did get him because of the pass rusher chem. So now we have it maxed out throughout our defense. I think we have our outside linebackers and our end, Mario Edwards, I think all at pass rusher. So now they got some extra block shed, and I think it's finesse move and power move or something like that. But it's pretty good, so I mean, we got it maxed out now, so I'm pretty happy about that. So we got maximum pressure from Mario Edwards at least, because we do have him fully chem, so that should be nice. Hopefully get some more pressure. And Leroy Glover, like I said, hopefully he can just hold up at D tackle number 2. Not really expecting him to do much, but if he can get a couple sacks here and there, I will take it, and hopefully he plays the run pretty well. This game was frustrating, to say the least. This guy was good. He ran some pretty good defense, and he would counter anything I would do. And his guys would get major block shed, man. I think the next thing we need to upgrade is the O-line, because O-line was looking really weak in this game. There was a ton of pressure coming my way, and I was just not able to make plays, man. Like, throughout the series, I think I've done pretty well on offense. Obviously, we're playing guys in lower tiers, so, you know, it's going to be a little bit easier. But I think even when we got up against better opponents, we have played pretty damn well with this team. But this was definitely the best opponent I have played, hands down. He was really, really good. And I recognize his name. I think I may have played him on the main squad at some point. I don't remember losing or winning against him, but I do definitely recognize that name. But he came out on offense firing, man. He came out on offense firing. He had Cam Newton, so that's obviously going to help you if you got that Cam Newton card. And he had a ton of great receivers. Is right here. We tried to go for the pick, and right there I knew, okay, this is not good. Because usually Eric Reed would get a very good animation on that. Most of the time in those jump ball scenarios, Eric Reed would actually pick it off. But right there, that was Randy Moss. I mean, Randy Moss is he's gonna be a beast, man. But he ends up making that play, and he does end up getting into the end zone on the very next play with Ezekiel Elliott on a toss play. But right there, Von Miller. I think we had Randy Moss wide open, but we weren't able to throw to him right here. I took way too much time to make a decision. I was thinking, well, do I go deep? Do I throw over the middle? And I just left the middle routes open, and we end up getting nothing right there. Probably should have been a pick, but you'll see in the next couple seconds that it doesn't really matter. We end up punting to him. Tied at 7 at this point. Thought it was the best decision. 4th and 20 from where we were. Would have been smart to go for it. And in what world is Deion Sanders breaking off a Sean Taylor tackle? I don't know, but this dude takes the punt back, 4-6, and he does taunt at the end. Not gonna lie, that pissed me off, man. When I saw that was Sean Taylor, I didn't know it was at the time. But looking back at this video and seeing that was Sean Taylor that just got ran through, or ran over basically by Deion Sanders, it was just very, very frustrating. I mean, that's never gonna happen in real life. If that ever would have happened, I mean, shit. That wouldn't have happened. But anyway, we're back on offense. 3 minutes left in the second quarter. We're trying to get down the field, but again, we're just having trouble, man. This guy was running really good defense. He was basically countering, like I said, everything I was trying to do, but we did have a couple nice plays like this. And we would start getting down the field. It was just not consistent. You know, I could tell that this dude could run the defense that would stop me, and I was honestly just having to try to find a spot to attack in each play, and, you know, trying to attack them one-on-ones and stuff like that. It just wasn't doing anything. And we end up having to take a field goal to go from 7-14 to 10-14. So, you know, we're still down by 4, but it's a little bit more manageable now. You know, a 2-minute warning just hit in the second quarter. And there's the out route again. I tried to put purples there, but my outside linebackers weren't able to get there because he would quick hike that bitch, and it would be automatic. Like, he would throw it right away, and he would get these plays constantly, man. Very, very frustrating right there. That's plays you got to have, man. That just bounces right off his hands. We get that pick. We have 1:40 to try to go down the field and possibly take the lead, or at least make it a 1-point game going into half, because he does get the ball back at half. But right here, we do get a sack on 3rd and 2. I'm not sure who that was that did get the sack. May have been Mario Edwards, but right here, 4th and 8, he does a nice job of picking up the blitz, but takes way too long to make a read, so he ends up throwing it straight out of bounds. Probably looking for Tyler Eifert, but Eifert kind of just stopped on the sideline, once his route was done. So we got the ball back on offense, but you guys just see the pressure, man. He's got J.J. Watt. He's got Bob Sanders rushing in every play. Bob Sanders was getting block sheds. Not even lying. He was killing me. And we just had to try to pick our spots, but we didn't have a ton of time in the pocket. We could not run the ball, and it was just not good, man. 14-10, you guys might be thinking, We ain't getting exposed yet. You guys see the title. We haven't got exposed yet. But, you'll see what happens, man. It's just not good. 1st and 10, 28 seconds left. This is kind of where it starts. I completely missed this tackle with Kareem Jackson. He just runs around me, making me look like an idiot. Gets down to the 3-yard line. You guys see the time that he ran down to at 2nd and goal from the 3. 3 seconds left. He played the time perfectly. Gets into the end zone. That makes it 21-10 before half. We end up just running it one time because there was nothing we could really do. I didn't want to get a sack, fumble, or some shit. So at this point, I'm thinking, okay, we have a chance to win. We got to lock up on defense. 21-10, down by 2 scores. Boy, was I wrong trying to get a stop. Look at this, man. He dots me first play. Good play, man. I mean, I can't lie. That was a good play. I manned up my linebacker thinking that if he saw somebody there within the first initial couple seconds of him running that play, maybe he wouldn't throw to him, but he ends up dotting me, man. I mean, I was just not running good defense this game. I was getting exposed. It was not good. 28-10. This is definitely the worst looking game we've had throughout this entire series. In all 20 episodes so far, this is the worst we have looked. 28-10. He gets the pick with Deion Sanders. And this is where I'm speeding up the video just so you guys can see what's happening. Honestly, at this point, I just accepted defeat. I had nothing on offense. I could not move the ball. Even when I did, they were fluke catches, fluke runs, whatever, man. It was just not good. So I just start running like quarters. He keeps hurrying up. I'm not even switching on to user on some plays, but it was just not good. He hurried up all the way down the field, which is kind of weird because he could have ran a ton of clock, but he didn't. Probably because he either wants to run the score up or he just doesn't give a fuck and just has an offense that he runs and doesn't switch. But right here, look at Ezekiel Elliott. That's Ezekiel Elliott full speed, and he ends up getting it first because I was running quarters and I just wasn't switching. But like I said, at this point, I kind of just accepted defeat right here. We tried to make the tackle. Just nothing doing. So 35-10. I was thinking about quitting at this point, but I didn't for whatever reasons. I'm just speeding it up a little bit on offense to show you guys what I was doing. I was basically just running the ball, trying to end this game because I was done, man. I was so pissed. I knew if I tried anymore and I couldn't go anymore, that I would just be, first of all, stuck in this game forever. So it would take forever for me to edit. And then on top of that, I would just get more and more pissed. But right here, we get a couple nice runs with CJ Procise. But at this point, I'm pretty sure this dude is just done and he's just letting me run. But right here, 3rd and 8, we get tackled, makes it 4th and 12. He actually calls a timeout. Was a little bit frustrated about that, but I mean, if he really wants to call a timeout and try to run the score up, I guess I'll let him. I just take the field goal. I kick the onside with 18 seconds left, and I think I got pretty pissed at one point. I end up calling a timeout, not on purpose, but because I slammed the controller down so hard that I called a timeout. So he ended up trying to chuck it to the end zone. Sean Taylor got run over earlier in the game by Deion Sanders, ends it with the pick, so at least we end on somewhat of a high note. But that is the worst game of this series so far. I mean, it was just terrible, man. Could not move the ball. Could not stop him on defense. Nothing was working. Just a terrible, terrible, terrible game. So hopefully we can bounce back next episode. We still are 4-1 on the season, so we obviously still have a pretty high chance of making it to the playoffs. But we got to buckle down, we got to lock up, and we got to play better. So anyway, did you guys enjoy this video? And as always, Dangerous Army, I'm out.